What's good, my friends? We are back for another Wednesday comic book haul, this time for Wednesday, April 10th, 2019. I hope you're feeling good out there, and I hope that spring is treating you well. This haul is pretty light, if I do say so myself, maybe 17 books, so I'll be sure to throw in some extras towards the end of the video just to have some fun there and get a few of those that I haven't shared with you off of my desk so I could finally put them away after weeks of staring at me. If this is your first time coming through the channel, thanks a lot for stopping by. I really appreciate you giving the channel a shot, taking time out of your day. Hopefully you see some books that you like, or you just enjoy the vibe of the video overall. And if you do, please be sure to give the video a like, share with your friends, subscribe, and definitely comment. I love hearing from each and every one of you. Current subscribers, you know how this goes. You're the best. Thanks for always hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to talking to you in the comments very soon, or in person for those of you I know in person, or on Instagram. However you want to chat with me, just make sure you come chat with me. With that being said, let's get into this week's haul and have some fun. We're going to start off with Image, and this is Outer Darkness, issue number 6. One of my reads on New Comic Book Day always. Love this title. Having a really good time reading it. It's a mashup of so many great different things. There's a space element in here. There's drama. There's magic. There's demons that need to be taken out. There's demons on the team. It's a really cool time. There's a lot going on. So if you're interested in any of those type of things, be sure to give this title a shot. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. It's a great read. Another one of my reads for the night, Prodigy by Mark Millar. Loving this title. We're at issue number 5 right now. Another one from Image Comics. There's only 2 in the stack from Image this week. My Image selection was very light this week, which I'm not mad at. Lighter weeks are always best and help me gear up for those heavy weeks. But that being said, Prodigy, really great title. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Can't wait for this to hit Netflix. Can't wait to see what they have in store for us. This title is amazing. This issue was fantastic. Some action in there, a twist towards the end. There's just a lot going on in this issue. Towards the back of the book, it says that issue number 6 won't be released until June. So that's a little bit of a bummer that we have to wait, but I'll be here for it when it comes, for sure. Loving this title, Prodigy. And that is the A cover. Next up from Boom Studios, we have The Empty Man. 2 copies of this cover, of this issue. Colin Bunn is one of my favorite writers at the moment. He does a fantastic job. I've read a few of his titles and I haven't been disappointed by any. The Empty Man issue number 6 is no exception. Fantastic story. Basically, there's a virus or an infection called the Empty Man that is plaguing the world. And this is the story of a man trying to save his wife who has become infected. He doesn't want her to be taken away from him. And he's also trying to, keep his daughter safe as well. So there's a lot going on in this story. It's pretty creepy, but it's a fun time at the same time. Well, I shouldn't say fun. It's an intriguing time at the same time. So The Empty Man, issue number 6. One of those read on New Comic Book Day books for me. Another one from Boom Studios. Picked this one by accident. Brian Azzarello, Faithless, issue number 1. I thought this was going to be like a secret variant. It ended up being an erotica cover. If you've been here for a while, you know I don't pick up stuff like that. I checked this one out online. It's not anything too bad from what I could tell, but I haven't looked at this one myself. So, yeah, that's just the way it goes sometimes. I thought it was just going to be a secret cover, secret variant, and I got a little bit more than I bargained for with this one. Moving on to Aftershock Comics, Orphan Age, number 1. I read the description, which I normally don't do. I just felt compelled to do it for some reason for this one. and I was really intrigued by what I read. So basically, all of the adults in the world died on the same day, apparently. And this is the story 20 years later of the kids that grew up in a world without parents or adults, and the civilization that they created once television was no more, once phones were no more, and things of that nature, when they had to go back to, I guess, the bare basics and, start over. So that intrigues me. I'll definitely be reading this one before the week's end to check this out because it sounds pretty good. And this is the A cover. Livewire, issue number 5 by Valiant. Shout out to Miss Vita for being awesome. This is the pre-order edition. Pre-order edition cover. Pretty cool cover. Can't wait to read it. I'm a few issues behind for some reason, but I will be catching up. I really enjoyed issues number 1 and 2 and just fell behind. These have been coming out pretty frequently, so that's just the way it goes sometimes. Can't wait to catch up though. Sweetie by Action Lab. This is issue number 2. Beautiful cover. I originally picked up issue number 1 strictly for the cover alone. Had a conversation with a buddy in the comments. He said he loved the first issue and that I may love it as well. So I can't wait to read issue number 1 when I have some time. But love the covers for both issue number 1 and issue number 2. I'm as much of a cover guy as I am a story guy, that's for sure. Another one of my reads for the night, She Could Fly, The Lost Pilot. Love this story. If you've been here for a while, you know that. I really enjoyed the first run, and now we are issue number 1 of 5 on the pilot, on The Lost Pilot. So can't wait to see what's going on as this continues to unfold. Issue number 1 was great. Basically, She Could Fly is there's something else going on here. So while there's a mystery of a woman who blew up in the air who could fly, that kind of takes a back seat to the story of the main character who's dealing with mental health issues. So it's a very intriguing story. There's a lot going on. If you're getting into it wondering why she could fly, maybe we'll get to that at some point, but the story takes a twist, and I'm not mad at it. You know, it's different and unexpected, but in a good way. So at least from my perspective, I really enjoy it. And this is from the same artist who works on The Ice Cream Man, which I thoroughly enjoy. And this is by Burger Books. Moving on to DC, we have Superman, issue number 10, the A cover. Fantastic read, another one of my reads for the night. Loving what's going on with John Kent. Really excited to see how this story progresses. It's been a fun time for me. I really think this should be more so a Superboy story than a Superman story the way it's going, but I'll take what I can get. Just loving what's going on with John Kent and the story that's being told by our friend Brian Michael Bendis. So in this issue, we learn, or we get to hear about what John thinks about Damian a little bit, or that he's thinking about Damian. Prior to this issue, there has been no talks of Damian. So it kind of went, off my radar that Damian would even be included in this storyline for some reason. But it's interesting to see, and this was actually brought up to me by my buddy at one of my comic shops who operates one of my comic shops, Dave. Shout out to you, Dave. You're the best. That we haven't seen Damian yet, and the fact that Damian's whole thing with John is that John is younger, and so we're really curious to see the dynamic shift now that John is older. So fun times to be had, I'm sure. Can't wait for Damian to be introduced into the storyline. We have The Batman Who Laughs, issue number 4, the Care Andrews cover. That beautiful B cover. I have not read a single page of The Batman Who Laughs, but some of these covers just really grab my attention. So I can't leave them on the shelves. Another Kara Andrews cover. This time we're doing Wonder Woman, issue number 68, which is a beautiful cover. That is the B cover. Fantastic. Wonder Woman is definitely another one of those titles that I just pick up for the cover. I hear it's a good story, but I haven't gotten around to reading it yet. Strictly cover grabs for me at this point. And speaking of cover grabs, we have Hawkman, issue number 11. Tedesco variant, I believe that's how you pronounce that. I could be wrong. But this is the B cover. Beautiful cover. Love the white background. Love the coloring. Hawkman, the covers have been so good every once in a while that I make sure to grab them. Again, something I don't read, though. I hear great things about it. I just don't read it personally. At least not yet. I'm sure there will be a time where I sit down and read a bunch of issues at once. Really excited about this cover. Red Hood Outlaw, issue number 33. Smoking Hot cover. Was really excited to get at least one copy of this. I put my bid in early. I wasn't sure if this one was going to take off and I wouldn't get a copy, so I made sure to not miss out and put my name in the hat for this pretty early on. Beautiful cover. Glad to have it. It's in great condition, so I'm a happy camper. I haven't read any of Red Hood Outlaw just yet, but my buddy has been telling me it's really good, and I have a lot of the issues. So if I don't do anything else tonight, I will be reading issue number 27 tonight. There's a trade coming out for this in June, I believe, so I'll be sure to get the trade when that comes out. Looking forward to that. But great cover. Happy to have this in the collection. Catwoman, issue number 10. Artgerm cover. We know what Artgerm does. He makes beautiful covers. Fantastic. Moving on to Marvel. Avengers No Road Home. My first read of the night. I look forward to this one each and every week. I love this title. Love what they're doing. Sad to see it go with issue number 10, but there will be the Savage Avengers coming out, which will be a spinoff, I guess, or, using the background of this story, or building off of this story, I should say. And I'm really excited to see how that goes. And apparently Conan will be a part of that team as well, which is pretty cool because he's been a good addition in this storyline. So great issue. It makes you look forward to issue number 10. I'm thoroughly excited about the last issue. Can't wait for next Wednesday. So this is the A cover, Avengers No Road Home, issue number 9. And from what I'm hearing, people, all over are enjoying this title, which is great. One of those titles you don't hear bad things about. Savage Sword of Conan, issue number 4, variant cover. Granoff cover. Wasn't letting that one slip through my fingers. Really excited to pick that one up. I think Conan will be one of those rainy day reads for me. When I'm sitting around on the weekend with not too much to do, I'll be sure to pick this one up and read it. Start to finish. Last but not least, my favorite cover of this week is The Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 19, Hunted. The incentive variant. Beautiful cover. Really excited about it. Love anytime Spider-Man dons the black suit, whether it be the symbiote or just the black suit. I love them both. And I noticed that this cover has the web coming from the wrist instead of from the top of the hand, as it usually does in the black suit. But inside of the book, for what I hear, it is the right way. It's coming from the top of the hand. So I don't know if this is going to be one of those things when people notice that the cover will take off, one of those errors that'll make it spike, but I'm really excited to have this one, and it's just something that I noticed. If it doesn't spike, I could, care less, because I'm not really, while those things are cool when books spike, I pretty much keep my books to myself, so it'd just be a cool thing to have. I would love to get this slabbed. It's a beautiful cover. Really love it. So with that, that's this week's haul. Let's get into some trouble and look at some things that I've been holding on to, waiting to share with the fam. So first of all, we have the War of the Realms, issue number 1, the J. Scott Campbell cover. Ended up with 2 of these. Got one originally when it came out Wednesday, and then got one the weekend when I was out and about. Also, we have Rocko's Modern Afterlife, number 1 of 4. The first copy I got had some major color rub off to the side here at the bottom, so I wanted to replace that with a cleaner copy. Loved Rocko, loved Nickelodeon. It was like the only channel I watched until wrestling came on. There were so many good shows on Nickelodeon. Missed those days. Had to order from my buddies at Midtown Comics last week, I want to say, and got those books the past weekend. Avengers No Surrender, issue number 684, the Scotty Young cover. Beautiful cover. Been waiting to get this one for quite some time. I was surprised that it's still available, that it was still available, and it actually still is available. I don't know how many they have, but it is still for sale, at least one, which is pretty cool, because the Immortal Hulk has taken off. So I'm always surprised when I come across these. But great cover. I have the original A cover that I bought off the shelf the day of, which is pretty cool because, like I said, that character has spiked, and it's just been fun to see. Happy to have that one in the collection. Been putting it off for a long time. The Ice Cream Man, issue number 11. The A cover. Really, really enjoyed this issue. Can't say enough about it. It was current, it was creepy, it was all of the things I love in a book, especially horror anthologies. The Ice Cream Man does not disappoint at all, in my opinion. Also grabbed the B cover, which I thought would be more popular, but doesn't seem to be. I thought it would kind of take off the way the clown cover did back in October, but as of right now, I don't think that's happened. I also picked up the Incredible Hulk and now the Wolverine 181 facsimile cover, or issue. 2 copies. There were a bunch of copies available. I just picked up 2. Thought it'd be really cool to have in the collection, as I may not ever see one of these in my collection. I thought it'd just be cool to have a few copies of the facsimile. So I'm extremely happy with these, and extremely happy that they were still available. Last but not least, we have Spider-Man Deadpool issue number 47. Snuck up on this bad boy at Second and Charles, cold and alone, ready for a good home in one of my comic book bins, so I had to grab it. I know there's been a lot of talk about this one, so I just thought it'd be cool to grab it. I wasn't looking for it. I actually found it while I was looking for something else and just figured, why not grab it? It was still cover price, so it was a good buy for me. So there you have it, my friends. Hope you had a good time seeing some cool books, hanging out with me. Until next time, be sure to see some other, or go check out some other videos of mine. Have some fun there. Be sure to hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you're reading these days. Let me know what covers you're into. Let me know what things you're hunting down, what you missed out on that you're looking forward to grabbing in the future. I want to know all that good stuff. Be sure to talk to me. Don't be shy. Hopefully you found everything that you were looking for today. And if not, I hope you find it very soon and for a great price. And with that being said, get out there and grab those